The big question of the week is why Colombia? Why did Harry and Meghan choose such a dangerous country to visit for their second pseudo-royal tour? We think we have finally found the answer and it's rather hilarious. Let's get to the crunch. Before we jump into the details, this is your gentle reminder to hit the subscribe button. It really helps our channel grow and blossom. As we now know, the people of Colombia are outraged by the amount of money spent on the security for the fakest royal couple since Anna Delevingne. 2 million was spent on an entourage of security fit for a presidential visit, whilst the poor, poverty-stricken people of Colombia are left struggling to find money to feed their families. The Colombians clearly think that the 2 to 3 million could have been spent more effectively. After all, how exactly the Sussexes' visit stands to help Colombia is still very unclear. So while we have no idea why Colombia agreed to this visit, we may have discovered what was in it for the deranged Duke and Duchess. Meghan is the most happy when all of the attention is directed towards Meghan herself. Have you ever seen her happier than at this very moment? Just watch her begin her speech in Spanish here.
Hola. Muy buenas tardes. Me gustaría empezar en español.
Meghan had the opportunity to prove to the world that she was somewhat bilingual.
Sentir este abrazo de Colombia es increíble.
Very impressive. However, I would be inclined to believe that this little skit was rehearsed. There was no way she was ever going to get through the entire speech in Spanish, so what better way to show the world how clever she is than to give her intro in a very fluent Spanish. Meghan does an okay job. She even seems to ad-lib a little to make it seem more authentic and off the cuff. However, there is something about Meghan speaking Spanish that just reminds me of something.
Muchas gracias porque la cultura, la historia, todo estaba como un sueño.
And it took me a second to realize, but when I did, oh boy, did I laugh. She could have been sharing a mic with Kristen Wiig in Bridesmaids.
Thank you all for coming.
I just wanted to say really
Dessert
quick.
wine is out. Consuelo?
Really quick, speaking of Consuelo, Lillian and I took Spanish together.
Let's have a side-by-side look.
Gracias para vivir en la casa, en las escuelas, en el azul.
Muchas gracias porque la cultura, la historia, todo.
Gosh, she is such a fraud, and this stunt only perpetuates this line of thinking. You either speak Spanish or you're a beginner learning, and there is no shame in that, but just don't pretend you are fluent. She is the one-woman comedy farce that just keeps on giving. One pro-Meghan fan said that there is a real princess who can communicate articulately in different languages. I can't wait for her to speak in French. Well, I must say, either can I. I cannot wait genuinely for her to try and speak French. That will be hilarious. Articulately in different languages is debatable since most people believe she is speaking word salad when she's speaking in English, let alone Spanish or French. Someone else said, what's the point of pretending you can speak Spanish if you can't? Well, that's kind of the MO of the Sussexes. They are very good at pretending to do stuff, like work hard, but not actually doing very much at all. Someone else said, Meghan's as fluent in Spanish as Del Boy is in French. That's Del Boy from Only Fools and Horses if you haven't seen it, and he is not very good at French. He's quite the con artist, and I must say that is very similar in a sense to Meghan.
Oh, oi, garçon. Dos du bonnet per favor? Dankeschön.
And the last person said, just because you have learned a few words in Spanish does not mean that you speak it. Never have truer words been spoken in the YouTube comments. Hit like if you would also love to see Meghan trying to speak in French, and subscribe to help the Crown family blossom. Tap the notification bell so you don't miss a future episode, and we'll see you down in the comments.